Look at it. The camera's good. What? It's the lens, I think.
The lens works well. Okay, well,
Oh,
I gotta
man.
start moving my crap here. Where's the trash bags?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's... Look at all the white. Oh my god, don't do that. Oh, that's terrible. This is when you go, Hola, amigas. Soy mariachi.
Dice, hola, mi gente bonita.
Pardon me?
Hola, mi gente bonita. Soy
Hola,
el
mi
mariachi.
gente bonita. Oh, okay. Everybody's pretty. Cool.
They pay-
So, Claudia put a poll out, what was it? I don't know, earlier this week, asking if we did some English vlogs, if you guys would watch it. And this is kind of the first, we're just experimenting. It's rather awkward talking to a camera. She's used to it by now, but I am not. But, so yeah. So this is where Claudia always does her videos. We've got a very small space and a very small room. Not set up great. We do have some lighting over there and over there, which works. It works well when you're sitting right over here in this little corner. It works all right. Makes me a little pale. A little red maybe? That's maybe just me. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to get rid of this thing, because actually there's a shelf back here, and I've hidden it with this board, and we painted it. That way it's got a nice backdrop. But I actually want to get rid of the shelf and kind of change the way all of this is. And then I got some new lighting. We got a new camera. We just kind of want to have a new set basically. So yeah. So that's what we're starting on right now. I might experiment with a time lapse. I've not done that, but this is kind of a good time to do that. So I'll try. Otherwise, stay tuned. So the plan is, really, to remove this shelf, of which it's really great because we didn't paint behind it. As you see, gray, white. The goal is to get that behind me and get it gone, and then kind of redo all of this stuff and make it much better. It's a mess right now just because we don't have room to put anything, because our shelf was blocked. And then all the other shelves are full of everything you guys love. Why aren't you in the video yet?
You're mean like that. You don't introduce me.
What? It's definitely your first video here.
It's my first video live. I'm shy.
I hope it's not too shaky. I'm trying not to be shaky. Pasta diente!
Pasta de dientes.
Oh, pasta di diente.
De
De diente. You know, it's something like that. Pasta dentals.
Ay, ay.
Something like that. It's close. I see it a lot. Those are the videos that do good. Free. Colgate. Gratis.
Gratis. Gratis.
See, those are the videos that
This
do
is
well.
for your mother.
Alright, I'm just kind of stalling
Make
at
a
this
happy
point. I
mother.
kind of need to get back to it. Okay. that is gone. It now should allow her to much more space than she had before. Not exactly sure how we're going to set it up yet. Oh gosh, I'm going to quit looking at the screen. That's better. Okay. It feels better already. Oh, look, I can lean. Are you sweaty?
No.
I'm sweaty, man.
You gotta move my thing.
I actually don't know what to do at this point. I kind of need to paint a wall.
You do.
If you're not familiar with this kind of shelf, they're real easy kind of to put together. I'll explain. Like this shelf here, basically it just slides in and then the piece of wood slides on top. If you're using shelves like this, I would not recommend these. If you get a lot of heavy stuff on it, like, you know, all of this, they bow. Whereas this kind of shelf doesn't bow as bad. I mean, it still does bow.
Yeah, but look,
It still does bow a little bit, but yeah, we've got quite a bit of weight on it. So that kind of makes sense. It is a little bit more expensive. I think these shelves were like, I want to say $75 or $60 on sale, something like that. Whereas these are like 40 or 50. So not too much more, but
well worth it.
it is kind of more. But yeah, it's well worth it, because I think we're going to end up eventually, not today because it's late, but we're going to end up buying more shelves like this to replace that shelf and this shelf, just so we can store more stuff. I also would like to kind of space these down a little bit so we can get an additional shelf in, because basically all of this space here is kind of dead space. We don't really use much of that. So if we can space everything down just a little bit and make it more efficient, kind of similar to the way this has a little bit more, you know, shelves close. This was kind of a DIY. I think this used to be in a bakery where they slide trays on it, and I just kind of put some wood on it.
Leftover wood at
Some
that.
leftover random wood we had. So yeah, it works. It's worked for a long time. I also highly recommend screwing them to the wall, like right back here, a simple little L bracket, because once you get this real heavy stuff on it, they like to jiggle around. So like these, you know, these are all kind of screwed into the wall, so they don't move at all. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend.
Mariachi DIY.
Oh, you guys want more DIY? So this shelf is basically for food, and she stacks stuff all the way to the corner, and unfortunately we have a light switch right back here. So what I did, I don't even know. Hold on. Okay, so basically I just made a little oh man, how do I, oh, there we go. I basically just made a little thing that triggers the light over there, and it's held up for what,
5 years?
yeah, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, it's a little loose, but it works. And then that way you can stuff literally up to it, and it still works.
Hi friends, so you know, we started this project, right? So now I'm trying to organize my stuff. So what I'm doing is, like, I'm moving my stuff from this little shelf, I'm putting them over here until I can figure out a better place for them, and I have to take some of this stuff out. I don't know if they're gonna go to my family, if they're gonna go to church or what. Right now I have this basket right here, and I put a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna take it. It's probably gonna go to my family. So this thing is heavy.
It's very heavy.
So we have this camera. Look, let me show you what we used to film with. So we have this baby camera. This is really nice to use because I can take it to the store and it's kind of inconspicuous. Is that how you say it?
Small.
It's
not
small.
obvious.
So you have a little handle, you hold it. It's really lightweight. It takes really nice video, but the audio is not great. So
and the focus recently has been,
it's been messing up.
Yeah.
So we got this new camera and it's really nice and it shoots really nice. But on this one, if I go like this, you know, it kind of follows me and it adjusts it. That one, if I move, it just like, it doesn't do
it's
that.
shaky.
So you see it shaky, it's we're not dancing. It's the camera that is not adjusting. Now this one is the one that we were using. And you guys asked me one time what kind of camera I use. Usually when I go to the store, I take this one. This is a Canon G7X. That's what it's called.
It's a Mark II.
It's a Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so this is really cool because you have this flip thing here. So whenever you right there, you can see yourself, you can see what you're doing and everything.
Oh yeah, here.
It's really nice.
We can kind of,
there it is.
it's huge. This camera is, I don't know, maybe we can do a picture, it'd be a little bit easier. This new camera is awesome though, because if it sees basically a face, and if you put anything else up next to it, if it still sees her eyes, it'll focus on her. Like if it still sees her eyes, it'll focus on her until it blocks her eyes, which is awesome because that was one of the issues we were having with this thing. This is an old used camera. It's a very expensive camera when it's new, but we bought it secondhand, and we saved a lot of money doing so.
We got a really good deal on
yeah,
this one.
the best thing to do when you're starting out YouTube is use whatever you have
available,
because it gets into a kind of a circle of, oh well, I can't do it because I don't have a good enough camera, and then you end up never having a good enough camera, or you end up dropping $400, $500, $600, $700 on a nice camera, and then you try it out and you realize it's either it doesn't work out, or the nicer the camera, the higher quality the footage, which means the more expensive the computer that you need to edit it on. Really, the recommendation I would have would be start on your phone, iPad, whatever, to use to edit it, and just use what you have. The best camera is the one that's on you. So this is not the right roller, but you know,
una vez al año,
it's midnight.
Once a year we clean up. And we're like, we don't need the rollers, and then it just so happened that
throw
we're
everything away. Throw it all away. We don't need to paint anything. This is why we're hoarders. This is why. We got some music playing. Hopefully they don't demonetize. Anyway, we're sitting down for a snack. Literally watching paint dry. Have you guys ever had these? Can you read that? Yeah, it looks like you can read that. Alright, so this is a fudge covered graham squares. Buy them at the dollar store. Best cookie, period. I'm sure they're 200 calories a cookie, which is what makes them so good. What are you eating? 60% more.
Pop chips.
Pop chips. Interesting.
They're really good.
Yeah, they look good. Mine's better though.
No.
Yes.
Just without guacamole. Yummy.
Avocado.
Too late to make guacamole, but
I agree. My arm's already tired. It's been like 10 seconds holding this thing up.
It's worth it. Look at that shot. Look at that shot.
No, it's beautiful. But I'm out. Like I said, wrong button. At this point, it's been
a couple weeks.
A month. I mean, you could tell, like, just in beard hair growth. I mean, what we settled on for the current temporary desk situation, we did get a new desk that's kind of an L-shaped. We still have this purple thing back here because at this point we need my plan is I want to make like cubby hole type backdrop or something back there, which will take place with the purple, and it should go all the way over to basically here. We just have to get with my stepdad and get it made, which will take a little bit of time, so I've not done it. But like I said, it's been about a month since we last talked, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish out this video here. Once we figure out exactly what we're doing with the rest of the room, it works currently with the new live setup, with the new mic, with the new stand and everything. It makes it really great, and hopefully you guys have noticed a little bit of an improvement in live videos in the last little bit. But that's kind of the goal, is to make better stuff for you guys. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and close out the video. What can you actually see now? It's not blurry.
I just finished a live video. So.
Oh yeah, it's Friday night. What's today? Was the 17th. Last time when we recorded that video was the night that we did the Michael Kors purse giveaway. So that just tells you.
Been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
We are pretty bad.
Well, I got sick.
He got sick.
I was sick for like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks almost. I lost my voice, and she got sick, and then the kids are finishing school, and it's just been crazy the last little bit. Now we got birthdays coming up, and
we're not prepared.
We're not prepared at all. The house looks very similar to how
completely messy
this room looks. Oh, my bad. All right, well,
that was
anyway, you gonna tell them bye?
Bye guys, thank you for spending time with us.
Sakaguchi.
Muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Mariachi's gonna say Sakaguchi,
no,
bye bye.
Definitely.
Okay, we'll save that for the expert, which is Yogi. So he's
Yogi.
gonna say here, Sakaguchi, bye bye. You're so weird.
Sakaguchi, bye bye.